Hello everyone, it's Karen from Makeup and Beauty Blog, and today I'll be reviewing the new Eyeko Eye Do Liquid Eyeliner by Alexa Chung. But before we get into that, can I just tell you a story? Okay, so I get wicked insomnia sometimes, and it's usually like tied to whenever I'm PMSing. Sorry if that's like TMI, but it's totally true. And so I'll often like stay up late and be watching TV and be flipping through the channels, and like of course Tabs is always very excited about this because he thinks, oh, my son's up in the middle of the night and now we're gonna party. But no, that doesn't end up happening. So I'm like flipping through the channels, and then all of a sudden I'll hear like a very sad Sarah McLachlan singing "Through the Arms of an Angel," and then it'll be that ASPCA commercial with the quivering dogs, and like next thing you know, I'll be crying. And this is not just happened, this has happened like multiple times, I swear to God. So like anyway, sitting on the couch, crying, like Tab's looking at me like, why is this freak show hugging me and like bawling into my fur? And to make a short story completely long, next morning I usually have like really super puffy eyes. So those mornings are, I think, the best times to bring out the black liquid liner and do a fatty bo batty cat eye, because for some reason, if your eyes are puffy and you do a black, thick line of flat cat liner, it makes your eyes look less puffy. It's kind of a rad sort of thing. But anyway, another trick to add to your makeup bag of tricks. I'm so sorry, I like had a minor brain fart there, because if it's really noisy in the background, I have to apologize. There's more construction going on in my neighborhood, so if you can ignore it, I'll try to ignore it too. Okay, so onto this eyeliner. So this is new, and Eyeko is a brand out of the UK, and Alexa Chung, this is a collaboration that they did with Alexa Chung, and she's kind of like an it girl. She's a former model, and she's like a TV personality, and she's worked for British Vogue, and she's, let's just face it, the woman is gorgeous, and she's known for her black cat liner. So she teamed up with Eyeko to create this like black liquid liner, and it's really cute. I mean, they even did these like nice touches, like they added her script there. That's her actual handwriting, which I think is really cool, being kind of like a type/font nerd. Anyway, this is $19. There's also like a combination set that pairs this with a mascara that you can get at Sephora.com. Although I haven't seen the liner itself on Sephora. I'm sure you can find it there, but at stores, but I know that it's currently available online at Eyeko.com. Anyway, I don't know much about the mascara, but I do have a couple of things to say about this liner. Currently my #1 holy grail, like best, most badass black liquid liner that I absolutely love, and I kind of hate that I love it, is this one by Tom Ford, because it's really expensive. But I have to say, out of all the black liners that I've tried, this one's like so perfect. It's like a dual-ended liner, and one side is kind of got a longer sort of tip, and the other one has a shorter tip, and you can use this one for like fine little details, like the flick at the end or getting in the inner corner. I mean, it's really great. It's just super dark, really jet black, doesn't move, and it's really good, but it's just really expensive. So I've been looking for cheaper alternatives, and this one, like I mentioned earlier, was $19. And I like it. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna quite like knock Tom Ford out of the top spot, but it's a pretty good liner. I'd say it's more for like advanced beginners. Like if you're a beginner, you might have some troubles with it. But here are some reasons why you might want to give it a go. It is a true black, and I'm wearing it right now, and it's super glossy and it's super dark. I mean, you could, if you really know your way around black liner, you could foreseeably do like a single thick, like a thick cat eyeline in one single stroke. But I think that's if, you know, like I said, if you could cat line in your sleep. But if you're still kind of like getting the hang of the process, you could use this, but you may have trouble with the flick at the end. That's what kind of like tripped me up a bit. I mean, I liked that it was super dark, super glossy, super pigmented, and that I could get the color on there quickly, and I didn't have to like do a lot of layers, which is kind of a pain, you know. Whatever. It's like, life's too short. Why am I gonna sit there and do like hella layers of my black cat liner? But I think that I could get to the point where I could do a single pass with this. It's just, it takes a little effort, and you know, it really depends on how much you want to put in, but basically it's cool. Let me do a swatch on the back of my hand. And what's neat about this is that the felt tip, here's a swatch. See, it's really dark. Oh, my bad. It's really, really dark. And the felt tip is really interesting. It looks like it would be one of those really stiff sort of liners, but it actually, there's a lot of bend to it. I hope you can see that. There's a lot of bend to it. So it gives and it scoots nicely across the lids. And I can get those nice sharp edges like I do with Tom Ford's liner, but I do have to pull out my lid a little bit, and that's kind of a pain. Let's see what else. Oh, so it's also supposedly, you can use it both on your lash and your waterlines, which is kind of unusual since you don't see a lot of liquid liners that say that, you know, it's waterline safe, but this one does say that it's waterline safe. Can't remember where I read it. I read it here on here's the box, or on the website, but anyway. So you can put it on your waterline, and it does stay, but the only thing is like the tip gets a little, I don't know, maybe I'm a freak show. Loaded statement there, but I find that when I take the felt tip and I get to the inner part of my waterline, it tickles a little bit. Now that's a little, it's a weird sensation, but it tickles a little and it's kind of odd, but it does stay. And the liner itself will stay all day just as long as you're not like rubbing at your eyes or, I don't know, just messing with them too much. The formula says the formula is supposed to be waterproof, but I call it more water resistant. You know, if you're watching The Notebook, I think some of it may peel off, may wear off a little bit, or if you're like charging big waves, yeah, like, and you're touching your face and moving your hair out of the way. Not that I charge big waves, like FYI. I know that I talk about surfing all the time, and that's because I really love it, but I'm the most terrible surfer in the whole wide world. Like my friend Cindy, who's my surf buddy, she's like, she goes to surf camps, you know, and she can break down like, if you move your foot this way, you'll go that way. I'm like, yeah, dude, I stand up and I fall down, so that's about it. But anyway, like if you are charging the big waves with this on, chances are, you know, you may not roll back to the beach with all of your liner on. So that's something to think about. I think though, if you're just like caught in a light rainstorm, or if you are kind of sweaty, you'll be fine though. So I guess, you know, Tom Ford, you still have my heart, even though you're so freaking expensive. But Eyeko, I think you did a really good job with this liner. Yeah, I'd suggest this more for like advanced beginners or anybody wanting to just try like the neat sort of tip. It's fascinating. I think it's really cool. I don't think I've seen anything quite like it. So anyway, thank you again for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.